Terrific, terrific, terrific Tuesday. Oh. Let's see if I can close it off like that, maybe. Alright, you know what I could do? I could. I'm trying to make this work because this thing is gonna bop me in the head, and I'd rather it not bop me in the head. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? No bopping in the head here. Bopping in the head. Bopping in the head. Here. I'll do that. Is that better? Alright, then. I don't think I can take that off then. I'd like to. Ah! I don't think it's gonna work. One of those, it won't. What's up, baby? Howdy! You are the first. Well, I'm having some technical difficulties here tonight. Hello. There. Hi, Iggy, how are you? I see it. Look. I'm gonna bop myself in the head with that. I know what I'll do. Hold on. Bear with me. I know I have some to do. I do. Aha! Ha 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 ha! I've got tape. I'm not at my office. Boom! See? Look at that! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Alright, let me send that out. And we'll get started! Woohoo! I know. Tape fixes everything. I love tape. How are you, Iggy? How's your day? Have you gone to the fair yet? Because you work right by the fair. That's why I ask. Wow, can't even find myself. Hold on. Hi, hello, how are you? Are you having a superly duperly awesome, amazing, fabulously, super great, phenomenally spectacular, terrific Tuesday? Or is it like kind of like one of those like, Tuesdays? It's totally cool if it's one of those Tuesdays. I have not shared this out with my friends yet. Actually, I don't think that I'm going to be able to. Maybe. I tried donating plasma. How did that go, Iggy? How did donating plasma go? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Sweetness. Okay, so I found it. Sending out the links at the very beginning is like the hardest thing to do. When you first start your lives, like if you ever go live, sending out links to people, because it's time consuming. You'd think that they'd have like an automatic like process, but they don't. Let's see. Boom. You guys can hear me? I'm good, thanks. Where are you watching from, Julian? Where are you watching from? Tell me. Wow. Never touched grass. 1, 2, 3. Have you never touched grass, or is that just a slang for I've never touched grass? Meaning like my phone. Obviously your phone, but like what state are you in? Oklahoma? Are you in California? I'm from Oklahoma. I'm coming to you from Oklahoma. Oh, cool. Sweetness. So it's kind of like it's an inside joke. I like that. Actually, a lot. Where are you watching from, Never Touch Grass? Obviously from your phone. Julian. I had one guy watching that, oh, I'm from Alaska. You're from Alaska! Well, fantastic. Do you like Alaska? Is it cold there? What time is it there? Obviously on your phone. What state are you from? Never Touch Grass. You guys are oh, that's funny. You guys are funny. Oh my god, that's actually really that's humorous. That just really made me laugh. Smoke a cigarette. I don't smoke. I don't. Maybe if you smoke a cigarette, you could smoke a cigarette for me. That'd work. I drink water. Does that work? 5:09. Okay. It is 8:09 here in Oklahoma. Coming to you from Oklahoma. It is 8:10 p.m. Whoa! My goodness. Mason, where are you calling from? Or watching from? Calling from? Yeah, I forgot my car. Are you having a superly, duperly, awesome, amazing, fabulously, superly great, phenomenally spectacular day? Or is your day just blah? And if it's just blah, that's okay. You can have a blah day. Let's see if it... Does that help? Ooh. Mirror play. It's shining on me. I'm in my car. Hey, thanks for subscribing. My goodness, welcome to Terrific Tuesday, where I can't tell you what exactly it is that I do. I just can tell you that I do something. Well, thank you, Never Touch Grass. I really appreciate it. William! Well, that explains everything. William, that explains nothing. Nothing's explained, William. Ever. William is alive. Now, what about Creep Night? See, that's the question, is where's Creep Night on a Terrific Tuesday? I need to send a message to Creep Night and be like, where are you and Philip? Breaking my heart. That's what's going on here. Breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. Oh no, sir. I was looking for you on the TikTok. I actually decided not to do TikTok right now. Boom. I just sent her a message. I just sent Creep Night a message. You know, originally I was actually going to have my, I was going to be in my office and I was actually going to go over. Let me see if they'll let me do it. This. It probably won't let you see it now. It's all glary. It's all glary, Ed. Oh, that's a little better. Wow. I was going to do that. William was going to love it. I can't do it. You're so funny. Keep it up. Don't give up, dude. I'd hope not. This isn't, I just do Terrific Tuesday, which today's Tuesday. I just do Terrific Tuesday once a week, and I've done it up until I like faked myself out and said I was going to do a hiatus, but I totally didn't. I gave myself a little bit of time. What? 2 years? 2 years, 3 years? Craziness. So I was saying the other day that, or the last Terrific Tuesday, or maybe the one before that, that Terrific Tuesday was going to change, and it is. What is up there? There's a point that it worked. Oh, maybe it's because the thing's up to. How old am I? I'm 31. How are you? How old are you? I'm 31. 31 and young. He's old enough to drink. But I don't drink. Why in the world? The reason they invented double doors. I don't drink. And if you're 8 years old, what are you doing on YouTube? What? You can do whatever the hell you want to do. But like, I'd suggest not. And the reason that they invented double doors, you're the reason why your dog doesn't let you pet it. You're the reason they invented Dumbledores. You're the reason why they invented McDonald's. I like Richard. Richard, you're staying. Richard, you must stay. You can't leave. Boom. See if I did go down on the line. Okay. Perfect. Okay. William, you still watching? So you got the lie. You got the truth. You got the lie. You got the truth. Eat me. And then I was going to go over and drink me. Go over. It's a whole thing I'm working on. Looks like I'm going to have to stay now. Yeah, Richard, you have to stay now. Richard is part of the group, guys. Richard, you're staying. I meant to press 10. Julian's 10. Okay, still question. Like 8, 10 years old. Don't you have like, I don't know, more constructive things? What did I do at 10? I was reading books. You have books to read? Brasta. Wyatt Brasta. Wyatt says Brasta. Brasta! Bro, the god of hunger. God of hunger? What is he talking about? Oh my god. That's funny. Well, now that I've got you here, there's a few things that are going to immediately start changing with Terrific Tuesday. I believe by next week, I will actually have a different set. I think that I might be done with the office setup, the office studio. So that means that the weather's getting colder. And if the weather's getting colder, then I was really hoping till Creep Night got back in here. The pedestal is getting made slowly but surely. Where's your glasses? Where's my glasses? I don't know. Here, let me see if... Oh, I know what's going on here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Where's the chat? Live chat. Wait. Boom. Okay. Figured it out. Wyatt says Brawl Stars. Let me see if I've missed any messages. So for whatever reason, YouTube... What's up, Jana? I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. Jana! When you were born and your mom said, oh, what a treasure, your dad said we should bury it. That's... If you're wondering still, you're the reason they invented double... You're the reason that your dog doesn't let you... Wait, you just repeated yourself. What? Oh, bye, Julian. Richard, come on. You're supposed to be, like, original. Original. Come on, original stuff. I don't know. How are you, Jana? Oh, bye. Bye, Julian. King Julian. Let's see if this guy picks up.
You know, when there is a time delay, it always messes me up.
Oh, on Terrific Tuesday?
What? You're cutting out, sir.
On Terrific Tuesday?
I'm watching Terrific Tuesday. I'm gotta remember there's a time gap between you talking to me on the phone and the actual stream.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
yes, I am watching.
I'm going to read you here in the live stream. I am going to read you what originally I was going to go over, and I think that you would have liked it. I am working on the duality, and so the duality is the lie and then the truth. So it is very akin to the eat me or drink me from Alice in Wonderland, or the red pill or the blue pill, to the Matrix, which ironically, the red pill, blue pill was actually a reference to Alice in Wonderland's eat me, drink me scenario.
Yes.
Okay. So, with that being said, I was actually going to go over, now it's ironic because I actually have to flip the two, hold on. I found information that I think that you are going to actually you're going to like. So, the red pill represents the choice to confront the truth and embrace reality, no matter how challenging it may be. The eat me actually was a symbolization taking in experiences or knowledge that led to significant personal growth or transformation, often resulting in a larger perspective or understanding.
Okay.
The blue pill represents the choice to remain in comfortable ignorance, avoiding the harsh truth of reality. The drink me actually simplified the consuming something that leads to a reduction in one's current state, suggesting a retreat from reality or a desire to escape.
You said I'd like it.
Right. Okay. Now I'm going to hang up and I'm going to go on a rant about it. Cool?
All right.
Cool.
So mote it be.
Bye. So the reason that I was actually going over those definitions, or I was going to go over those definitions, I guess I'm still going over those definitions by definition, is because we always have a choice. And if you've ever watched me for a hot minute of talking about or doing about anything, it's always the choice of being better than you were, or being the person that you wish that you had, or that you wish were in the world, right? So being the change that you'd like to see. Now, there's always this reoccurring theme with me, if you've watched me for a hot minute, of duality. Always checking the duality. How would you know what a good day was without a bad day? How would you know what happiness was without sadness? And how would you know what up was without down? How would you know what night was without day? Right? How would you know what being awake was without being asleep? And when you're asleep, do you actually know that you're asleep? Because sometimes you have dreams, and the dreams feel pretty freaking real, right? And then you get to a point that you're like, wait, I'm dreaming. And you know that you're dreaming, and then you just kind of enjoy that dream, and then you wake up, right? You don't realize that you're dreaming while you're dreaming. And then when you do realize that you're dreaming while you're dreaming, you realize it's a dream, right? So, who's to say what we're doing right now, this whole leap of existence, isn't just a dream? Why is it that, like, if you look at things like the double slit experiment or anything of the sort, that we have a conscious ability to formulate the outcomes? Welcome back, Julia. Richardo Donito. Richardo Donito. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Perfect. 300 seconds. Give me 300 seconds. Why is that such a bad thing? Why are bad days a bad thing? And they're not a bad thing. Not if you really think about it. Bad days are actually a blessing in disguise. They emphasize on the good. We have to have our bad days to emphasize the good days. We have to emphasize that change to be able to have something to reference to. How would you know what a good friend was without bad friends? How would you know what fixed was without broken? Now, this goes down to the whole fundamental principle of our existence, and we blow it off because it's simple. And that's the thing, is it is that simple. Shit, that scared me. Did you see us? That tape did not work, Iggy. But why so many in between? The emphasis. You have to have differences. You have to have a comparison. If every day you ate cake, then how would you know what steak was? How would you know what anything was without a comparison? And we need it. So when you're having a bad day, it's not the fact that you're having a bad day, it's just that bad days are ill-timed and inconvenient. And a lot of the times we have not geared ourselves up to be able to handle stress in spontaneous moments. Well, hello, Ghost. I think that that's important to actually emphasize that we're ill-equipped. You know, we're just one bad day from a doctor's visit of being told bad news. We're one bad day from a friend telling us something we'd rather not hear, and our friends become our enemies. We're one bad day, an incident from an accident happening and changing your life forever. But on the flip side, you're one good day from experiencing a miracle. And your one good day from someone that you thought hated you becomes your friend. And your one good day from changing your perspective forever. But we get to choose how we're going to look at this, how we're going to look at life in general. Oh, happy birthday, Julian. I think having that conversation with ourselves and that actualization, that realization, is one of the most important conversations we can have with ourselves. I feel broken. I feel this. I feel that. I feel this. It's like, how would you know that you felt broken if you didn't felt fixed at one point? Happy birthday, Jillian! Woo, woo, woo! Happy birthday, Jillian. No, no, no. Happy birthday, dear Julian. Happy birthday to you. I was having this conversation because today I was talking about, obviously, anger. And someone said, well, why do I get angry? I wish I could just not get angry. But anger is a tool for your body. It's a coping mechanism for your mind. It's a way to process things, but it's also a safety mechanism. Could you imagine if you were just jolly go lucky everywhere you went and people that turned their backs on you and did you dirty just walked all over you? A lot of the times we have anger that subconsciously tells our conscious, hey, that's not right. And that's why whenever someone does you wrong and then you're like, well, I'm fine. And then you see them again, you get irritated. You're like, no, I was fine. I was fine with them. And your subconscious is like, no, something's not fine. Something's not okay. Which, by the way, fine means frantically insane, neurotically exhausted. See, whenever you're angry, the best thing you can do is understand why you're angry. And when you're angry and you understand why you're angry, you come with a solution. You come up with a solution with yourself of if you're going to allow whatever nonsense made you angry into your life. And it is that simple. People say, well, life's not just this swinging door. It's like, well, that's what a boundary is locking the door. When some people leave your life and they go out that door, locking it behind them, saying, hey, I will always love you, but I'm going to have to love you from a distance because last time you were in my house, you tore up the house. You didn't, you got everything, the rug, the couches, everything was a mess. I'm pretty sure some things came up stolen. And I'll love you, but I have to love you from a distance. Someone's like, well, how can you love someone from a distance? Appreciate the fact that of the time that you had with them, of the good times that you had with them, to realize that people are human and they make mistakes, and to realize when people are broken or hurt, sometimes if you're not able to directly equip yourself with being able to help them, then the best thing you can do is to put distance between you and them, because maybe they need space and maybe they need a space without you in it. And so it's that old analogy of if you love something, let it go. Like love is like a bird. You let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. But a lot of people walk around with abandonment issues. And whenever people walk around with abandonment issues, they're more likely to hold on to things that even though they aren't good for them, make them feel comfort because it's something they know. And then it goes back to that whole ideology of is the devil you know worse than the devil that you don't? And a lot of people don't want to stick around and find out. Because why would you? Why would you want to stick around and find out if the devil you know is worse than the devil that you don't? They're both bad. They're both equally bad. There's not one better than the other. Hurt plus hurt is still hurt. Bad plus bad is still bad. Fire plus fire is still fire. So that's the wrong question to ask. Well, is the devil I know worse than the devil I don't? Well, how about I just kick both devils out of my life? How about that being a choice? Oh, what? Something else might take its place? You don't feel strong enough with your coping mechanisms and your safety planning that you can take on the unknown by yourself? But this is also still part of that conversation nobody really wants to have. And it's funny too, because then we get to the topic of love. See, and this is like one big whole roller coaster. We get into this topic of love. I want to love you, but I don't want you to hurt me. Well, if you're going to love someone, they're going to hurt you. That's the duality of love. To love is to lose and to loss. You get married to your sweetheart, to your lovely, your high school, your darling, your dear. One day, you or they are going to die. And you're going to lose them, and you'll never see them again in this life. See what I did there? You do recognize that, right? You fall in love, you're going to get hurt, regardless of what you do. There's not a right path of love of not getting hurt. You cannot have love without getting hurt. So then you have to ask yourself, is this love worth getting hurt for? And what happened is people wasted their love on the wrong individuals and they got hurt. And then the right individuals may come along and that individual doesn't want to get hurt again. So that hurt's already been used up. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And nobody likes to feel fooled. Not one person. And so it's really kind of one of those conundrums. How would you know what love was without loss? How would you know what a good day was without a bad day? You're going to have bad days to have a good day. And you're going to have good days to have a bad day. How do you know you exist? Is someone getting the best of you? Oh my God. There's somebody getting the best. Oh shit, I hate that song. But in life, you have to choose. You get to choose. And sometimes we waste our time on exactly what we wanted to waste our time with in the first place. You ever doomsday scroll and someone gets onto you for doomsday scrolling? But that's the thing you wanted to do. You ever doomsday scroll, but internally you're figuring things out? But that's harder to explain to someone than to just accept that you have doomsday scroll on the rotting brain on the mind. Hey, welcome back. Never touch grass. You see where it all comes. So do you live stream every day? Or I live stream for sure every Tuesday. Every terrific Tuesday. Central time, 8 to 9 o'clock. Tuesdays. The reason that I'm going on about this is because I'm looking at a world that everybody is comparing themselves to a version of who they would love to be that is much funnier and smarter and quicker and braver than who they are currently. And there's resentment there, and you can hear the resentment in their voice. You can hear the resentment in their tone when they talk. When you get angry with someone, there's something of yourself that you see in the situation or the person. You are a dish, a nice guy. Well, thank you. What's up, Wyatt? So whenever someone's rude to you, they're rude to you, very, very back-ass words. They're rude to you because there's something about you that they wish that they could exhibit. Bye, Julian. Have a wonderful day and happy birthday. Everyone again, happy birthday, Jillian! Cha-cha-cha! Happy birthday, Jillian! Cha-cha-cha! Happy birthday, dear Jillian! Cha-cha-cha! Happy birthday to you! Cha-cha-cha! I was looking, because of the nature of my business, I was looking at my competition and I was seeing what I could do better. And I was almost in denial that I didn't want to admit it, But the thing that I do much better than the other, and they're not even competitors, they're colleagues in the field, is that I'm not afraid to get hurt and I'm not afraid to be genuine. I'm not afraid to say something wrong. I'm going to say 1,000 things wrong any given day. And I'm not afraid to try. I'm more terrified of not trying for people and to not at least try to be the change than to actually put myself out there. And I don't think I'd have it any other way. Which has its pros and has its cons. See, and you can even go into the nature of like the duality. How would you know what summer was without winter? How would you know what the desert was without, snow? Antarctica. Someone has a dirt bike they're running around. I've tried riding a dirt bike once, and I pulled the throttle and it like pretty much came out from under me and started going forward. The person that let me try on their dirt bike, I was actually ironically going to buy it. They were like, no, I don't think I'm going to sell this to you. I was like, no. They're like, no, I don't think it's a good fit. They must have seen something I didn't. It's funny because whenever you have these conversations, whenever you have these discussions, if you will, there's not one problem you can't handle. There's not one situation you can't overcome. There's not one bad moment that you can't turn into a learning experience or some type of positivity. And you don't always need positivity. You don't always need a good time. You don't always need to understand. You do not always need patience. Sometimes you need to get angry. Sometimes there are appropriate times to be angry. Sometimes there are moments that you should not let people trample you. You should not let people walk all over you and dictate your life. And you get to choose. You've always had a choice to choose that. But we don't have that confidence booster from our peers around us that says it's okay to get hurt. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make a mistake. You're going to make mistakes. Whenever kids cry and they fall down, like any age range, but when they're really learning how to be a human, a person, when they fall down, the best thing you can do is to not run over and pick them up. Sometimes you have to let your kids get hurt, but in the most loving way possible. Sometimes you need to support your kids from a distance and let them get in trouble and let them make mistakes. Let them go explore the world, and you are that barrier, that safety net, that buffer that doesn't let them go too far, but you still have to let them go. And now we have these helicopter people, parents, that they love their children so much that it's that story of the little girl that loved her rabbit. Have you heard the story of the little girl that loved her rabbit? Once upon a time, there's this little girl that got this beautiful little white rabbit. I mean, absolutely loved this rabbit. So she started squeezing it and hugging it and loving on it. And she squeezed it and loved on it and hugged on it. And she squeezed it and hugged it and loved on it until she squeezed it to death and it died in her arms. And that's what we do to our friends. That's what we do to our family. That's what we do to our children. I love you so much. I don't want you to go. And so we end up suffocating those around us, though with good intentions, also done out of a desperation of not wanting to feel alone and to not have to live life without that person in it. So we all become that little girl that just squeezes that little bunny, that little rabbit, until it just doesn't have any room. So all good intentions pave the way to hell. We don't talk about that anymore. Which is also funny because then they say, like, don't talk about politics and religion. And that's where we went wrong. That's where I believe we went wrong. We should talk about politics and religion. We should talk about politics and religion in an appropriate setting at an appropriate time, but also with the expectation that you will not agree with everything that the other person says. You will not always see eye to eye, but not to disrespect the other person, but to love them, respect them, and give them a chance to talk and to share opinion. Because if you circle yourself with people that do nothing but agree with you, you will find yourself so wrong, it's not even funny. A cyclone of people that agree with you. A silo of people just repeating the same thing. It's like, don't do that, because that's where growth goes to die. It's funny because if you've ever started a fire, one of the main things you learn when learning how to start a fire is the fire needs oxygen. And if you always surround the fire with nothing but fire, your fire will go out. There's a few elements that you need for your fire. There's a few elements everybody needs for their fire. They need a baseline to reference off of. And that baseline that they reference off of has to be challenged. A fire needs the substance of wood or the burning material. It needs oxygen, but it also needs the spark, the flame, and it also needs a fuel source, and not just like wood, because if you've ever put a lighter to wood, it takes a while for it to burn. So you need that liquid gas medium lighter fluid or gasoline or brake pad spray, brake pad fluid, it's a spray bottle. I only referenced that because the other week I actually burnt my arm hair off. I sprayed a bunch of brake pad cleaner into a fire. Had one of those long lighters, and right up my arm. It smelled horrible. You gotta learn on your own with consequences like fork and outlet or falling out a tree. Yeah, you do. You do. A banana peel on the floor. Slip. Ah! Brake pad cleaner. By the way, that's flammable. Brake pad cleaner. It's flammable. It is hot in here. I don't know if you guys can tell that I'm sweating. It is hot. But I also don't want to like roll down my windows and then someone like reaches into the window. It's It's funny too, because we don't have these conversations anymore. No, at least that I can tell. See, I go to a lot of networking events, and whenever I go talk to people at networking events, they tell me what they do, they tell me their business, and they tell me why I should buy their business. And to be honest with you, it becomes kind of sad. I kind of get a little sad and bummed out by it. So the way that I actually handle that is I ask people, I say, well, what's your favorite thing that you love to do? Well, the thing I love most about my job. No. What's the thing you love to do when you're not working? What really gives you joy in your life? Want to shoot a shotgun? I have a shotgun. Iggy, we'll have to go shotgun shooting. Believe it or not, though, my favorite gun's a .22. I don't care if people judge me for that one. My favorite gun is a 22. I have a American flag, like on the handle. It's an American flag, and it takes a long rifle 22. It's a handgun. It's a revolver. I love it. And then I have like the revolver. Yeah, I have guns. Good luck finding them though. My 3-letter agent is going, what? We'll find them. Fat chance. Go visit Iggy before he come visit me. Iggy, I hope that one made you laugh. I wonder if Creep Night's okay. I sent a message to Creep Night. I'll see. Nothing. That's okay. Well, I know. Hey, no, I don't want the Goon Squad and Alphabet Company coming to see my stash. What stash? What? What are you talking about? See how that works, Iggy? Here. The last 2 Terrific Tuesdays have just, I know, been a little bit filler, but I can promise you that there are some really cool things coming for a Terrific Tuesday. So just hang in with me. Hang in, hang out, and there's some really cool things that I'm about to start doing. Because why not? So obviously I'm bringing my music back, but anywho.
It's Tuesday morning feeling.
Oh, come on. Here goes.
Wake up and greet the day.
It's Tuesday morning, feeling so alive. I'm ready to own it. In the back of my mind.
The back of my mind. A thought keeps coming through. Government's trying to control us, telling us what to do. Manipulations, they play with our minds, but I won't let them bring me down. No,
Let's do that.
I decided.
Oh, come on. Well,
Wake up and greet
here we
the
go.
day. It's Tuesday
Morning, feeling so alive. And oh my God. Yes, Jenna. Traffic Tuesday. Music's coming back. Yes. Yes. Somebody tell Creep Night. Somebody tell Jenna. Somebody tell William. The music for Terrific Tuesday's coming back, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. And it's gonna get wild, cause I'm gonna make sure it's set up beforehand. Like, I'm gonna go all out. It'll be wild. And my repeat pedal, yeah, that's coming back too. So, anyways, thank you for being you. You were fantastic. I'm getting off here. There's a few things I gotta do. Obviously, I'm hot in a car, so I'm in Terrific Tuesday a little bit sooner. But thank you for being you. Thank you for watching. And stay tuned, because I think some really cool things are on the horizon. Thank you for being you. Oh. And has anyone seen my bandana? I miss it. I do. All right. Bye. Hello. Are you still here? Well, I'm glad you've joined the Terrific Tuesday meditation after hours. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of a cheeseburger and what goes on the cheeseburger. Obviously, you have to have your bread. You've got to have your cheese. You've got to have your lettuce and tomato and onion. Well, Jeremiah, I don't like onion. Well, that's too damn bad. Then you have to have your fluids, such as mustard or ketchup or mayo or ranch or chipotle mayo or mayo in general or garlic mayo or any type of mayo. Just not the Mayo building. That's in Tulsa. I don't have the money to go see it, okay? They have like a rooftop bar and stuff, but I don't drink. Anyways, back to the burger. Yes, Iggy, this is your inner conscience speaking. And on this burger, you're going to take a bite of it. Best burger in town. And what I've got to say to that is, I hope you enjoyed the burger. There's no point of telling you how to make a burger. Just make sure that it's cooked thoroughly, because you don't want food poisoning. All right, I'm seriously sweating here, so I'm gonna go. Bye!